Are we, first off, are we live? Secondly, are we posting song texts, lyrics in the chat? Because I've seen that being done in the comment section, and count me confused. Count me confused for sure. Live streaming is not. Yep, yes it is. I'm live. YouTube, you suck. Hello everybody. I hope that you can all hear and all, well, you can't see me necessarily. This should work. Can you confirm whether or not this works? It should work. This should also have a very, very short delay. I put on the shortest delay humanly possible for YouTube, which means that there might be like frame drops happening. I wanted to just test it out, and maybe this will work, maybe this won't work. I guess we'll see as time goes on today. Today I think we will try, and I'm not entirely sure, frame drops. There's frame drops. I kind of figured there might be. The issue is I can't really do anything about it because I've gone live. So I hope it's not too bad and it kind of like fixes itself. Can I see statistics on my end if I'm the one dropping the frames? Yeah, no, I'm not dropping any frames so far. Actually, let's keep that metric up because that seemed like a very useful window to have. Is that a rival fight? I think this might be a rival fight I wasn't prepared for. That's maybe not very good. Anyway, so yeah, I haven't dropped any frames. So if you are dropping frames, I don't want to say it's your fault, but it's like between you and YouTube, the connection that's dropping frames. And I'm guessing that the shorter the delay, the more fragile that connection is. So maybe I'll go back to normal delay next time. But last time I streamed, I did normal delay and the delay was very, 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 very long. So just in the beginning, frame drops. Okay, so if there's no frame drops anymore, that is even better because that means that I don't have a topic to talk about anymore. Thank you very much for ruining my fucking... Thank you. I had something going there, okay? You ruined it. I can't complain about anything anymore because apparently the frame drops... Oh, I can complain about the fact that there's a cursor on screen. Just insight to like how my mind works and how I operate this channel. I press the record on the stream button and then I complain until I'm hungry and then I stop. And that's pretty much what I do. There's nothing much more to it. That's just it. Okay, so anyway, as I wanted to say, today I am planning on at least doing the second gym, which shouldn't be a problem. And I hope to be able to do the third gym as well. By that time we'll probably have like an hour and a half, 2 hour long stream again. At which point it'll be time for today's Plants vs Zombies video to go up. And for me to have dinner. I had a very late lunch today, so I should be fine. So Vloggerist Toddler confirmed. I mean, Toddler, Toto, Dial, they do sound eerily similar. So I would say, in a way, is maybe. Yeah, I could be. Also, I am far from being a good adult, I'd say. 2 hour minimum from Tina is pretty far away from this point, so look forward to it. I mean, not really. We do the whole like Valley Windwork thing, which I'm expecting that to be about 45 minutes. Oh, actually, and then you do a turn, and then you do the Galactic. Yeah, no, there's no way we're doing the third gym today. We're probably gonna make it to... I don't even want to say we make it to Hardhome, honestly, because we might not. Yeah, no, you're right. There's no way we're doing that in under 2 hours. I totally forgot about the fact that we also have to do the Galactic building in Turner City. That is something that I did not remember. And I really should have remembered, because in my Platinum Theft log, that was a horrible episode for me. Because I lost, like, something important. I don't remember what, so it might not have been that important. But I lost something important there in that tower against that Sung Tank because I looked up the wrong level curve. So I definitely should have remembered that. I didn't. Also, why the fuck am I staying in against a poison type with a grass type? Not that it mattered, because I survived and I won, and I'm just good. I'm perfect. I am inevitable. And also Iron Man. And also all the Sith. And also all the Jedi. That's not a spoiler. Calm down. That's not a spoiler. It's just a really stupid line at the end of the film. Luckily this is not Diamond Pearl, which has the Malin Gym as 3, otherwise 2 hours from this point would be speed button go. Well, yeah, if this was Diamond and Pearl, I would have no, like, illusions of me making it through the 3rd gym, right? Because at that point you have to go through Hardhome City, then the daycare town where nothing actually happens, and then you have to make it through another fucking route, which has a fair amount of trainers. And not even easy trainers, there's a couple of ace trainers in there as well, before you can actually make it to the 3rd gym. At which point you do like 4th and 5th back to back. There's nothing that happens in between pretty much. Oh wait, no, there is. After the 4th gym you have some galactic stuff happening, don't you? Anyway, so yeah, no, definitely, I wouldn't be able to make it to the 3rd gym in Diamond and Pearl for sure. In this game, probably still won't be able to make it within 2 hours. I'm going to try, but I don't think I'll be able to quite make it. That's a very good question. How am I? I'm doing quite well. I've recorded 1 video, Pokemon Through the Years today. Apparently I hadn't fought this girl yet. Which went well. Then I did a little bit of grinding to get everybody up to the same level in preparation for the next episode, which I'm going to record tomorrow. And then I really didn't do anything else. I mean, I edited the episode, but there wasn't a lot of editing to be done. I mean, the Nuzlocke videos don't take a lot of editing regardless what happens. I mean, the most amount of editing I have to do is I have to sync up everything in my timeline, which takes about like a minute. And then the most amount of editing I have to do on like a very edit heavy video on a Nuzlocke is pretty much like change the overlay 4 or 5 times. I don't really ever do anything more. I mean, I have to edit when a Pokemon dies, when I swap out a Pokemon, when I get a new Pokemon, and when I get gym badges. Those events don't happen that often. So, Grass Whistle might actually be a useful move to have. More useful than Leer at any rate. So, the editing doesn't take that long, or is that intensive. I mean, every edit I do have to go into Photoshop and make a new overlay. PNG to put over it. But after that, it's just literally, I put it up in Adobe Premiere and just make a fade between the two, and that's it. So it's not that difficult to edit, and then rendering it out takes no time whatsoever because I had to do no editing. So all things considered, I had a really like slow and easy day today, and it was actually kind of nice to have a bit of a weekend today because, again, that's literally all I did. So am I going to give Rock Smash to subpar or to Angel? I'm gonna go subpar. Just because it'll have a little bit more of a useful move. I mean, Powder Snow is not bad. It's just don't ask me for a reason. Hello Dominic, how you doing? I love it so much playing Gen 4 again. I've been playing Gen 1 a lot lately, obviously. And if you want to like smash a rock or cut a tree or use strength or surf or anything really like in the overworld, you need to go into your party and use the HM from there, facing the thing you want to interact with, rather than just pressing A on the thing in the overworld, which is so much more convenient. I do wonder how short the delay is. So, I'm just not going to say anything until you guys talk again. Just so that I know how short the delay is. And I'm still talking, so this metric doesn't work. I do realize that, yeah. Now years. Now years? What the fuck does that even mean? I mean, do you mean New Year's? Was that 10 seconds? Was that 10 seconds? That felt like less than 10 seconds. I'm very bad at... For a video editor, this is like something that I am... Now, I want to say ashamed. I'm not really ashamed of, but something that you would think I'm better at is guessing time. If you just tell me, okay, from now until... And then you wait. Now? I probably would have counted, to be honest. So that is a very bad example. But if I didn't know I was counting or whatever, and you ask me afterwards, how long of a time did you just spend looking at this or waiting between this and this? I don't need to heal, really. I would give you the wrong answer like 9 times out of 10. I mean, deviating between 10 and 15 seconds delay. I don't want to be that guy because I do like streaming on YouTube. I really do. But the delay on Twitch is much shorter. The delay on Twitch is actually ridiculously low. Blame Majora's Mask Postman side quest. Counter 10 on the milliseconds exactly. Yeah, fuck that. No, actually, counting isn't the issue. It's just conceptualizing the time that has just passed into a number of seconds or hell. I mean, in minutes, I'm not as bad at it, right? But if you ask me seconds, I'm very bad because you said 10 seconds and I'm assuming that you like actually count it. So I'm going to assume that 10 seconds is roughly right. I would probably guess like 5 seconds, which that might be, I mean, that is half of what the actual thing is. Maybe it's not so much that it's half, but more that I'm like, I have a margin of error of about like 5 or 6 seconds. So once you get into like 50 seconds, the difference between 45, 50 and 55 is relatively not as large. Maybe that's it. Or maybe I'm just bad at guessing times. I must admit, YouTube is very easy to set up. I did make separate events for every single live stream in the past, but apparently you can just like copy settings from a previous live stream over to a current one, and you don't need to set up a new stream key and everything, so it's ridiculously intuitive to work with. That being said, Twitch has a much shorter delay. And I think for this kind of live stream, that is a not necessarily an important factor, but it is definitely a nice quality of life improvement if you're on Twitch. The thing is, why the fuck would I go live stream on Twitch when everybody that like subscribe to me is subscribed to me here? And if I live stream here, I get like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 views. If I live stream on Twitch, I get 0 or 1. So I get like argument for diversification, and I'm totally for that, but it needs to make a certain amount of sense. I mean, you can't grow if you don't have an audience. Even a small audience can grow. A 0 audience can't grow. So that's why I decided to just stay away from Twitch. And also the archiving, the automatic archiving. I mean, I know you can send VODs from Twitch over to YouTube. There's like some integration there. Don't have to do that here. Just it shows up on my channel after it's done processing. Also, I probably should use more than just Dominic in these fights, because Dominic is getting over leveled. Yeah, also the emotes. I mean, are emotes, to be fair, there are emotes for live streaming on YouTube. If you are a member of a channel which is like at least has monetization enabled. I think that's the requirement. So yeah, there are those. But then again, on Twitch, when you get an emote, you can use it everywhere. If you get an emote from a membership on YouTube, you can only use it on the channel you got it from, and only on live streams, not even on videos. I think you can use it on Premiere videos as well, but I'm not sure. So yeah, the emotes are absolutely shit on YouTube. And another very important thing YouTube does not offer and Twitch does is gifting subscriptions. Or memberships in the case of YouTube, right? If I am in chat and I want to give a subscription to somebody else in chat, to either give them a subscription or just to support the creator I'm watching, and I already have a subscription myself and I want to give it to somebody else, yeah, that's just not an option. You can't do that on YouTube. Which is stupid. YouTube, get on that shit. It's gonna make you so much fucking money. Because you take half that subscription money. Well, now you take 40%. Well, anyway, you take a lot of that money. So why not allow people to give you more money? And in the process, give the creators more money. Everybody is happy. And notifications, I don't really use Twitch. I don't know what you mean by that. YouTube only wants money if it can screw over people. It does seem that way, doesn't it? YouTube does seem to be in the business of screwing over people. Unless those people are large companies, in which case, obviously, they're not in the business of that. But what people generally don't realize, and I know this sounds like very woke left-leaning, but you're not paying for YouTube. And when you're not paying for something, you get fucked. More often than not, that's the case. That's not what I wanted to say, but that was a critical hit. I didn't like that. When you're not paying for something, you usually are the product. And you're being sold to, in this case, and most cases, advertisers. Which, that's fine. That's totally fine. I mean, it works. It's a system that works, and it's a system that works well for everyone. But that also means that YouTube doesn't really care about you because you're not the people giving them their income. So they're going to care about what advertisers say, not about what the community says. And that sucks, but that's just capitalism for you. I can't really change much about that. Wait, Seal is pure water? What? You're right, I did get damaged by the hail. Let's go into Angel instead. Angel is also just a lot more bulky because Seal still needs to evolve. It evolves into a steel now, into an ice type now, right? Or are you telling me Dominic just screwed up? Because, I mean, it's a possibility. I'm not saying it's gonna, but it's a possibility. I'm assuming that it evolves into a fuck you! Dugong is water ice, yeah. For some reason, from the corner of my eye, I saw that message pop up and I was like, that definitely says dragon. No, it says Dugong. It doesn't say dragon. That would be really weird if you said dragon is water ice. Because that's just a triple typing. And okay, let's get into that. Let's get into that. Triple typing. What Pokemon should be triple type? This is a conversation we can have for a while. Seal is a weird Pokemon because, no triple typing. You see, that was a very quick response. That wasn't 10 seconds. Or maybe it was and I'm just stupid. I don't know. Still is a very weird Pokemon because changing it to water ice would not make it. What? I don't understand that sentence. I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not make it any less usable. Well, yeah. but it's also an unevolved Pokemon, so you do need to cut a little bit of slack there, I'd say, because Dugong isn't bad. Dugong is not great either, let's be honest. I mean, there's this alternative for Dugong. They're called Lapras. Well, I don't know if that's true. I think Dugong generally would be better on a Lapras. It depends on the situation. If we're taking Dynamaxing and Gigantamaxing into account, definitely there's a Gigantamax Lapras. So apparently, I didn't know until I ran into one on Showdown, but apparently there is one. And Dugong doesn't have a Gigantamax, so by that logic, Lapras does gain a couple of points there. But Gigantamaxing is just Dynamaxing with one slightly more powerful move, so that doesn't really give it that much of an edge. Empoleon, Water Steel Flying. I could see that. I'm always, when this topic comes up, and it doesn't come up that often, but when it comes up, the first thing that comes to my mind is Electros. Because, wait a second, what typing is Electros? Now, Electros doesn't need another typing, actually. Because it has Levitate, it practically has a third typing. That's how that works. Let's power this now and see what happens. But Stunfisk. It's got two types, it needs a third. Electros is pure electric. I'm pretty sure electric is... Electros is also water, right? We're looking this up. Electros... Let's go Smogon. That's just the first thing that Google gives me. It's pure electric, you are right! For some reason I thought it was electric water. So it should definitely be electric water, but if you give it a water type, the entire... Hey! Zubat froze! The entire like gimmick of it being not hit super effectively by anything because of Levitate disappears. So I guess there's a good reason not to give it water type. But it's a fish! Come on! Galarian, Mr. Mime, and Mr. Rhyme. Ice, Psychic, and Fairy. I can see that. They are Ice Psychic at the moment, right? No Fairy? Or are they Ice Fairy? I know I like Mr. Rhyme. I had one on a scoreboard for a couple of episodes and then things happened. And I don't know exactly how I got rid of Mr. Rhyme when I had 3 Littlecut Pokemon. Or was it 2 at the time? I don't remember. But I like it. I like its ability. Screen Cleaner. I'm very bad at using it, mind you, but I like it in concept. Also, when does Swinub evolve? Because I feel like it's somewhere in the 30s, and that's going to be a legitimate issue for me. Mega Gyarados, Water Dark Flying. I mean, honestly, Mega Gyarados should just be a goddamn dragon, just like Charizard with the dragon typing. Yeah, I'm gonna switch out Subpar after this, don't worry. Because it was clearly designed to be a dragon, but then Gen 1 was like, what if we made a dragon type and didn't give it to any dragons other than Dragonites? And its pre-evolutions, obviously. And then we make a move, one dragon type move, because dragon is super effective against dragon. So that's like, that's a symbolic and very nice thing to have. Dragon being super effective against dragon. The only thing that's powerful enough to hurt a dragon is a dragon, and for some reason, ice. And we make a dragon type move, and it does a set amount of damage, so it doesn't even matter that it's super effective. Gen 1 is stupid. 33! Oh my god, your Swinub is going to be in for a long ride here. That's not going to be good. Meganium, Grass Fairy Dragon, bios is showing. Meganium as a Grass Fairy, I can see. Dragon, I don't know that I necessarily agree. Oh Gen 1 is definitely the fun kind of stupid, but it's definitely still stupid. It's a good time in a way. It's just a bad good time. I'm not making any sense, am I? It's fun when you know how broken it is, so you can use it to your advantage, right? But if you're just playing it as a normal casual playthrough, just like, oh, this is a very like culturally important game, let me play it. You're gonna think it's bad. It's real bad. If you look at it from the Pokemon community, you know it's a bad game. You go in expecting that, it's a lot of fun. And to counter the argument of, well, yeah, going into a bad game knowing it's bad is always going to make it more fun. Have you played Sonic 06? Because that game is really, really, really bad. And not a fun kind of bad, it's just very bad. Everything about it, other than the music, is very bad. Sonic 06 is a guilty pleasure. Sonic 06 is an abomination. I still want to do a Let's Play on it sometime. I'll probably, if I do it, I'll do a live playthrough of it, because I need like something or somebody there to keep me like sane. So when I feel my like sanity slipping away from inside my brain, I can just look over at chats and ground myself pretty much. I need that. I've played the game for like 3 hours, and that is 4 hours more than I should have. Need a converter for your Elgato to play / record it. Do you? What kind of Elgato do you have? Because I have got a Elgato Game Capture HD, not the Pro one. That's probably it. You probably have the Pro one, don't you? So yeah, you can only use HDMI, but HDMI over the PlayStation 3 has HDCP burned into it. Elgato HD60S. Oh yeah, the Pro is the one that you put in your PCIe slot, so it doesn't have any delay. That one is also one I want. I do have a free PCIe slot, so I could do that, but it's fairly expensive. So only live streaming is something that I like more regularly do, and I have a little bit of income to spend, which at the moment I don't. I'll probably end up getting one of those, because streaming with me reacting to a game and then the game footage only showing up like 10 seconds later, well, a little bit less than 10 seconds. Oh my! I'm sorry. That crit mattered. That crit did matter. I just want you to know that crit mattered. That's a crit. That's a crit kill. That's a critical kill. It's not my fault. It's a critical kill. Couldn't have prevented it. Which is a real shame, because Mambo Swine would have been a beast. But let's be honest, Swine was never going to make it to a Mambo Swine. That was just not going to happen. And it was very unlikely to make it to a Pylo Swine. Because level 33, the thing can't do anything until it evolves. It's a sitting target. I'm sorry I named it after you, but it's just, you were the only person in chat at the time that didn't have a Pokemon named after them yet, so I kind of went with it. I guess I also had Olaf, so I could have just gone with a different name. Oh my! Probably should have done a little bit of grinding! That's bad! That's bad! That's real bad! That's really bad. How much is Fake Out gonna do? It's gonna do so much damage. Holy crap! And that's just Fake Out! Okay. Okay, what am I gonna do here? No, 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 no. I can do something here. I can do something here. Angel can take a hit, maybe. And if Angel can take a hit, Angel can put it to sleep. At which point I can go into Dominic, which also has a move to put it to sleep, I might add. And deal some damage. Well, yeah, Feint Attack won't miss, but I'm not begging on it missing. Yeah, but I'm putting it to sleep is the thing. Fuck off. Also, there's heal, which will do slow damage. So, if anything, I can just heal spam Angel. Okay, so I'm missing 2 sinks in a row. I'm not getting very lucky here. Give me, like, Spirit Bomb me. Give me your energy. Probably should have gone for some super potions, I realise now. Wait, don't I have super potions? No, I don't. Okay, so this is potentially an issue. Wait, this is Gen 4. Weather effects don't wear off, do they? Do they? I don't think they do in Gen 4. I don't think they do. It'll die eventually. It'll die eventually. It's gonna take a fucking mortal age, but it'll die eventually, and I'm healing more than he does damage, so we got this. We fucking got this, boys. Unless he gets a critical hit. Unless he gets a critical hit, in which case I'm fucked. I have to try. I have to try. If you get a crit now, I'll be upset. Fuck you! What are the odds? No! You've got to be kidding me! Ken? What? No! 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 Okay, I take that relatively... Fuck. Grass whistle. Yeah, I want to. But I've missed 3 things. And I can't let Dominic die, because Dominic is the only thing on my team that can actually do anything at the moment. Oh my... I mean, I'm going to run out of potions at some point. How much is Feint Attack going to do? Ah, that's actually reasonable. I'm scared to say it, but... No! No, you... No! I probably should have healed. Why do I keep missing my sleep attacks? He needs to be put to sleep. That's my only chance. My only chance is probably to be put to sleep. My god, no, 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 wait. Does this... I think this is Mars, right? Commander Mars? Does she have a potion? Does she have a potion? Because if she has a potion... Don't think so, okay. You're below half health. Honestly, at this point you might be right. I might be better off trying to damage the Perugly rather than trying to put it to sleep, because it's so low already that Icy Wind might just do a lot of damage. I mean, I gotta take the chance, right? Icy Wind. Feint attack. This is min-max damage going in my favor. Thank you, Arceus. Okay, how much damage does that do? At least your speed lowered, which is something. Does Purugly get thick fat? Because Purugly is a thick boy. Girl, I'm sorry. Grass moves is better if you have it. Thick fat Purugly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so it does get thick fat. So I'm definitely going for the Razor Leaf next time I attack. Which I should outspeed. I think... Did I already outspeed? Purugly doesn't seem like a very fast Pokemon to me. And after a speed drop... I mean, I am 3 levels low. I wasn't paying attention. I've been healing this entire time. 4 heals, then attack. I'm gonna attack now. Because you're gonna go down to red. Which either means a potion... or you just die. Okay, you still do outspeed, which potentially bad. Potentially not bad. I think we got this. We got this. We lost 2 team members, granted. But you know, I'd like to think of this in a positive way. 2 less team members just means 2 less Pokemon to do grinding on. That's the way I see it right now. Also, Swinub was kind of that way anyway. Lapras is a little bit too bad. But Lapras did put in some like good stalling time there. Purugly has a speed of 112? Faster than Tornado? What? What? Totally forgot about thick fat. Yeah, me too. I forgot about thick fat too, so I can't really blame you there. Okay, so let's go put away 2 dead Pokemon and we can catch a new encounter. 2 new encounters. Actually, let's speed through this because I don't care about the look and bullshit. I totally forgot about the fact that Valley Windworks had an outside thing with grass. I walked past here like 3 times. I didn't even realize that I could catch a Pokemon here before going in. I probably wouldn't have helped to get something before going in because level 17. My god. Every time I start Platinum, I'm like, why do people say always that this is one of the most difficult vanilla games to Nuzlocke? And then I play it and then I'm like, oh yeah, because the level curve is bullshit. There were no battles. No battles at all, almost. Like 3 battles in between. Cranios, actually Cranios was level 14, wasn't it? So, that's definitely on me. I just messed up. I probably should have done a little bit more grinding. Yeah, so let's go catch a couple of new Pokemon. Spoilers, we're definitely not making it past the 2nd gym today. I mean, we're going to make it to the 2nd gym and beat it, but we're not going to go like any further than that because we're going to need to do a little bit more extra grinding. And I wasn't expecting to have to do that. How are my balls? I've got 5. Honestly, whatever's in here, it's not randomized. I should be able to catch in 5 Pokeballs. It's Weasel. Honestly, I would kind of like just Weasel on my team. Can we make Floatzel an Ice type, please? The next gym is 2020-22. You know what? That's very good information to have. I think I need that information. Platinum is a difficult game to Nuzlocke. Ruby, not Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald also. Red, Blue, Yellow is more difficult because the leveling curve is as steep as a wall. Well, yeah, the thing is, the leveling curve, at least in Yellow, is really weird because the 2nd gym is on a curve that makes sense with the 1st gym, and then the 3rd gym only has 1 Pokemon, which is, don't kill it, which is a very high level, and from there the level curve just continues to go upwards, but then in very select places, it drops down again and then goes up again. It's all over the fucking place in yellow. I looked it up because obviously I'm playing yellow right now. And it's weird. So at points I'm just over leveled, and at other points I'm just at the right level, which I'm gonna go for the right level at the highest levels, because otherwise I'm gonna be under leveled and I'm gonna lose, which I don't think is very good. The best place would be the forest, because you get insta healed there. That's a good point. So I need to finish the... I need to not finish the forest. Get Pokeballs after this battle. That's a very good point. I would have forgotten otherwise, maybe. That's a very good point. Because if you finish the forest, you lose the insta-heal thing. So I'm just going to have to grind a lot in the forest before finishing it. Which I think I've never actually done before. But it's a very smart thing. I mean, not in that way anyway. Not like doing a grinding session. Maybe like get 1 or 2 more levels on a Pokemon. Okay, we've got, let's see, we've got 6 more eggs left, which means that we go to random.org 1 through 6, and that'll be number 3, which is what we're on, Sneasel. Is it nighttime already? I think it might be nighttime in game in half an hour. Which means that we can evolve it into a Weavile. Does it need friendship to evolve? I don't think it needs friendship to evolve, does it? And potions. And potions, yes. Valley Wind works right to a 5 Eternal Forest and Ultra Toe as well, yeah. Oh, so we're almost going to be done with all the books. Wow, difficult talking. All the normal eggs in the books, which means that we're very close to being able to unlock the legendaries, which I'm looking forward to. Regice, not very good. Articuno, I want it. Sneasel needs the Razor Claw at night. I do have the Razor Claw. I just need to wait for it to be nighttime. And what is nighttime? Is it 7 or 8 p.m. When it takes over to nighttime? Night for you in 1 hour and 24 minutes from 8 p.m. Fuck! That's not good. Because that's the time the video goes up. So by that time I'll not be streaming anymore. Shit! I'll evolve it between streams. If it survives this stream, that is. It'll be fine. Just change the clock of your PC. That's so much work. I'm not going to do that. But what are we going to nickname this thing? Because we've already nicknamed people, both you people. And I see there's 4 people, but I can't see who's in chat if they're not chatting. So, participants, can I? No, I can. There's only 2 people that are, at least only 2 people that are logged in that I can see. It's just full of viewers though, so I have no fucking clue what's going on. But give me a nickname. Soulbolt is a name. Oh yeah, I did see you. Let's call you... Yeah, I did see Soulbolt a little bit ago. Let's call you Soulbolt. That's true. I forgot about that. I hope Soulbolt likes Sneasel, because otherwise this is going to be a little bit awkward. Potions and Pokeballs. Potentially Great Balls, if at all possible. I'm going to be using the speed button a little bit with like tedious things like healing up, because it takes forever. This is Gen 4, everything takes forever. And I just want to get done with this shit, because we've done literally nothing other than just die. And we're 45 minutes in. So, we don't have a lot of money is the issue. Actually, we got way more money than I thought we would. We're going to need more Pokeballs. Let's buy another 5. We did get a Premier Ball just now as well, I think. Let's buy 5 potions. And 5 super potions. If this isn't going to save me, nothing will. Put away. Oh, I still have Weasel on my team. You are right. I didn't even notice that I had 4. Probably because there's still 4 on my team and I started the stream with 4 Pokemon on the team, I guess. I mean, I'm just making excuses at this point. Yeah, the PokeEdge viewer really does help because I am stupid. You guys can actually like look at my team and see if I'm... Oh, Weasel, level 9. I still need to rare candy up Sneasel. Sneasel, Weasel, it even makes a little bit of sense. We could... Oh yeah, Mount Cornets and Route 211 if we make it that far today, which probably we will. You're level 9, aren't you? Yeah, you are. We could make a full team if nothing dies, that is. I don't know why rare candy is in medicine. That bothers me. That should be in items. That should definitely be in items. Let's see, let's make you level 9, which is an upside down 6. Which is actually not that far behind Olaf, which goes to show you how underleveled I actually am. You know what? I'm still going to give it the Razor Claw, just in case it decides to randomly evolve, which... Razor Claw, right? Yeah. Which is unlikely, but hey, might as well. It's going to need to hold it anyway at some point, and it does have actual like in-battle effects. I think it increases the chance of you getting a critical hit or something. Oh no, the Sneasel's leveling up moveset really suck. I don't want to know. I want to know. I don't want to know, but I want to know. Let's see. At least it has quick attack already. Does Weevil have a better level up moveset? Does it? Because if it does, and if that level of moveset is apparent within like before level 20, I might still evolve it. Weevil is much better. Guess we're changing the clock on my PC then. How do you even fucking do that on Windows 10? I have no idea. Adjust date and time. There we go. Set time automatically. Off. I just changed the time zone? Is that it? Just, I don't know, change it to Istanbul. There we go. Yeah, it's So if we now reload the... let's actually just properly save. If we reload now... It takes a long time to save, even with Turbo. Maybe because of Turbo. I mean, if I adjust the time zone, the time does get adjusted. My PC does say it's near 9 o'clock now, which I'm going to have to change back because that's going to mess with me during the entire stream. But let's restart and see what happens. If that doesn't work, I'll have to go back into my settings. Can I just... Yeah, that might not work. You might be right. That didn't happen. Okay, so let's go back into just time and date. Time zone is going back to my normal one at Amsterdam. There we go. Amsterdam, Berlin, blah, blah, blah. Change the time to... Let's just change it to fucking midnight or something. It's 11... Oh, there we go. That was instant. That was instant change. Okay, so apparently changing the time zone doesn't do anything. That's weird. Strange that I didn't save. Maybe the turbo messed that up. Yeah, exactly. It's that's weird. I don't know why that did it. But We're leveling up Soul Ball before we do anything else. Because I want our Weavile. My god, that does nothing. I know we already caught something here, that's why I'm going here, because I want to level up Sneasel. You see how quickly that's going to go. I mean, 2 or 3 battles it's going to evolve, and then I can set back the time to a normal time. I was going to say this might be problematic, then I remembered... oh yeah, I have Dominic, which has Razor Leaf, which is going to just... Not even one... Is Shadow's really that bulky? Once learned Screech. You know what? It's better than Leah. Is it? Not really. And we have ourselves a Weavile. Let's change back the time. To... What time is it? 1845. Change. That wasn't as instant. That's interesting. Changing towards night was instant. Changing back to day was more gradual. It seemed like, anyway. Shallows is pure water, so no for... Is Shallows pure water? I am getting mind-fucked all over the place today. It's, wow, I didn't know it only gained the ground type upon evolution, which actually it makes a certain amount of sense. I did change the time zones back. Yeah, I did. I changed the time zones back before changing the actual time. Because I knew otherwise I would forget and it was going to mess with me. But what I should do, before I forget, adjust date and time, go back to set time automatically. Because otherwise, some daylight savings time at some point is going to fuck me over. Rupor on the other hand is water ground. That I did know. Okay. Here we go. The encounter for this road is going to be... It's not going to matter because we're going to trade it in for an egg anyway. It's a Shallows. How topical. So I don't need to worry about it like having stab ground type moves. Still, I probably should worry about it having ground type moves. How much more damage is it going to do now that I'm evolved? Not a lot. You have Mud Sport. I don't really care about Mud Sport. I'm so much better at Pokemon when you guys are telling me how stupid I am. Which is to say, you guys are so much better at Pokemon than I am. It's kind of ridiculous. Let's see, can I catch this? I have 17 Pokeballs. I'll be fine. I hope. Okay, maybe I won't be fine. I'm very afraid of landing a critical hit, is the thing. Because if I land a critical hit, that's one of my encounters gone. You do also have Mud Bomb. Which isn't super effective. Wait a moment. Isn't ground super effective against ice? It's not super effective against ice. Also, people who are battling... Rock is... Oh my fucking god. Ground makes so much more sense. I don't know, does it? It probably doesn't. Yeah, if you smash a piece of ice with a rock, it shatters all over the place. Then again, if you drop it on the ground, it will do the same thing. I don't understand why rock and ground are two separate types anyway. What is a rock? A rock is a piece of ground that's not on the ground anymore. Or maybe it's on the ground. A rock is just a piece of ground. And what is ground? It's just rock. Why are rock and ground two different types? Ponyta is actually very scary. I guess we go into Olaf. Ground, the soil, and rock are boulders. If you drop ground on ice, it just gets dirty. Well, if you drop dirt on ice, yeah. But Ground is a real... It's probably something to do with the Japanese translations, I imagine, right? It has to. I mean, there's some types that mean something entirely different, like fighting type and Olaf is almost gonna die. I guess I'm just healing Olaf because it's the only thing that can do anything against the Ponyta. Like fighting type and dark type doesn't really make a lot of sense why fighting is strong against dark, but I think in Japanese dark type is somewhat like equivalent to what we would say evil type, and and fighting type is more like hero type or something like that, right? Or justice type or something stupid like that. So it makes a lot more sense that it's super effective against dark, because otherwise why the fuck is it super effective against dark? Because game balancing reasons, first and foremost. Because Game Freak does not make sense. That is a much better explanation, honestly. Dark is evil type, fighting coincides with heroes and martial arts, so yeah. I knew a thing! I didn't... I knew a thing! Do I get like... Do I graduate Pokemon High School now? I mean, martial arts in general has like a different cultural value in Japan than it does in most Western countries, doesn't it? I mean, that's at like the base level why anime is such about buff dudes fighting each other. That might sound ignorant, but I think there is like a little bit of truth in there. And a little bit of truth some people might not want to see. Because I'm aware that it sounds very racist, what I just said. And it might be. But I think it's also like, maybe not as big as I just made it out to be, but I think it still holds like some truth within it. If it was Pokemon High School, no one would graduate because it would be 3 years introduce any new Pokemon new abilities. It just really doesn't matter. That's a very good point. Well, no, that would be Pokemon College. Pokemon High School would just be a general knowledge, right? Just a general knowledge of how Pokemon works. And then Pokemon College would be actually like knowing what the fuck you do at any given point. Which, yeah, that changes every like couple of years. Okay, 1 through 5, we are going to go with number 3 again. Which is a... No! It's a Delibird! Let's check the... Let's check the level. Level 12, that's good. I'm gonna call him No now. Because that is a good name for a Delibird, because Delibird sucks. Like, it might be the worst type, it might be the worst Pokemon in this run. Swinub would take that prize home, except it evolves into a Mamoswine eventually, if it survives that long. So, I don't want to say it's the worst one. Delibird, on the other hand, probably the worst one. Hello Angel, how are you doing? It's almost 10 AM. Yeah, I knew... Dominic, that's why I wanted to wait. And don't stream at like 12 my time, because everybody in America is sleeping, especially since it's the weekend. Angel, I have very bad news for you. And that is, you died. That's the news. You're dead. You might not have noticed because you just woke up. You're like, oh, it's 10 AM, I just woke up. But actually, you have deceased. No ice beam or stuff. Nope. I made the same mistake I did in my Pokemon. A similar mistake. It's in a different place. It's the same mistake I did in my Platinum Theft-Lock, and that's I underestimated the fucking stupid level curve of Pokemon Platinum, which meant that I was suddenly facing a level 17 Purugly. And there we go. No is level 12. I mean, somebody dying doesn't mean that their existence is a myth. Or does it? It might. I'm seriously thinking about not even bothering when I'm grinding up Delibird, because the fuck is Delibird gonna do for me? He's not no, he's no. I'm not gonna say that entire thing every single time. He's just no. At least we've gotten it out of the way, right? At least we've gotten it out of the way. So we've gotten the worst Pokemon. There's only 4 Pokemon left. After that we get either Regice or Articuno, and eventually both. If we make it that far. That is. If we make it that far. Which seems likely. Seems likely. There's not that many Pokemon. So... say every time no. Delibird can take hits for you while healing others. Yeah, no, Delibird is definitely just going to be a meat shield. So he's still worth grinding up. That's a good point. That's... I don't like to admit it, but that is a good point. Delibird will be able to serve better as a meat shield when he has more HP and defense. Also, Dominic, you're definitely the strongest thing on my team right now, and you're not even evolved. I mean, you definitely, by quite a wide margin, also the highest level. But I feel like, even proportionate to level, Snover is definitely the most valuable thing I have on my team right now. Imagine when it evolves. Abomasnow also has a stupid amount of HP, doesn't it? Rotom Frost will be added when Articuno or Regice dies. That's a very good point, Dominic. We don't have Rotom Frost. It's not an ice type in this gen. That's right. You're right. Oh my god, you're right. Rotom doesn't change typings in this generation, and it's fucking stupid. It does gain moves. Those moves are just not stab. It's very stupid. You're right. I don't think Delibird even learned Surf, is the thing. Also, just like, you might have noticed the energy level just like significantly dropped. It changed the types from Gen 5 onwards. Yeah, that's true. That sucks. Okay, so first encounter, we get to capture one of the 2 Pokemon. And then we have to go back to the Pokemon Center again. I can't help but feel that this is a very rare encounter to get. A Cascoon and a Silcoon. I feel like that's a... because one of these 2 is very rare to get, right? The other one is very common. I think Cascoon is very rare. And then both getting them in one encounter? That seems like a very unlikely encounter. I don't know the encounter percentages, but... if I didn't know any better, I would feel like this is like a pre-programmed, like, separate encounter you can get, Cascoon and Silcoon, because it matches so well. Is it Mega Abomasnow that has a lot of HP then? I've never really used an Abomasnow. I've only used it as a Mega when I got it in random battles on Showdown. Yeah, I probably shouldn't kill the last one. And oh my god, chance he might actually kill it for me. That's not good. That's very not good. That's potentially real bad. Both are 5%. Both are 5%? Wow. I should go buy a lottery ticket after this. That's insane. So the chance of me encountering this exact encounter is 5% of 5%. So that's 1/20th of 5%, which is like 1/4%. That's actually not as bad as I originally thought it was going to be. Still, that's like 1 in 400. Does that seem right? Yeah, 1 in 400 makes sense because it's 1 in 20 times 1 in 20. Yeah. Okay, so math class is over. You're all not dismissed because I need to rant a little bit more about things. And I need an audience here to rant to. So you're all stuck here with me. Mega have normal and normal have the same HP stats. All the other increase except for speed minus 30. So what you're saying is that I'm just talking out of my ass. I seem to remember it being very resilient and very bulky for some reason. I don't know why. Does it have a big defense stat? I mean, not against fire types, obviously. But there's got to be something there. I seem to remember it being very, very, like, bulky. Well, also being offensively capable, so I guess it can't be that bulky if it's offensively capable as well. Because it's not a legendary. Or a pseudo legendary even. I don't even know what its base stat total is for normal Bomber Snow. Or Mega for that matter. Can't be that high. Otherwise it wouldn't be whatever tier it is. I don't know what tier it is in right now. I'm going to guess probably RU. Ha, fuck you. I don't want to battle any of you right now. Not until I'm a higher level anyway. You know, I don't like Bunary. I'm gonna be honest. It starts with a way too low happiness level. Then it evolves through happiness, which is stupid. It's just a stupid way to evolve in general. But at least most Pokemon that evolve through happiness start with a base happiness that is somewhat acceptable. It's level 12, remember that. And then it evolves into another Pokemon which is actually still very bad because Lopunny, Mega Lopunny is kind of worth it, but Lopunny in general, it's just not that good. Ag number 2, which is Shelder. That's actually, that probably rounds out. That's probably very good to have, honestly, because Seal is not that offensively capable. Oh, Waterstone. That's a good point. That's a very good point. Yeah, it's that's exactly Angel. It's true. I'm going to grind in that forest for that specific reason. I'm probably going to grind in that grass before I go fight too many of the trainers, because even those scare me. And when I fight the trainers, I'll try to fight them one-on-one, because I don't like double battles in Nuzlocke. They scare me. If they team up on me, I'm dead. I'm just dead. I avoided you so well last time. Why? I'm not paying attention. Mega Abominous Snow is NU, RU, and Normal Abominous Snow is PU in Sun and Moon. Sword and Shield tiers are still being worked on. Yeah, I meant in Sun and Moon, Sword and Shield. Obviously, we don't really have proper tiers for those yet. Yeah, so I don't know where I'll be able to get a Waterstone, is the thing. So, Shelder. I was thinking Cloyster's like a pretty good Pokemon. It's probably not going to have Skill Link, because that's... Number one, I don't even know if that exists in the generation. And number two, I think that's its hidden ability anyway. So, it's a little bit too bad, so we can't make a set based on that. If you could only kill its Chansey... Oh my god, that would be great grinding, because that Chansey would be revived every turn as well, or every battle as well. Interestingly enough, OU usage stats for December's Rotom Heat 11, Rotom Wash 18. Is Rotom very popular for some reason in Gen 8? And if so, why? That's weird. Okay, so let the grinding commence. We probably have like half an hour here to grind if we want to. Let's do the speed run thing though. Do you guys mind the sped up music? The answer is probably I should put up some different music while we grind here. And I'm gonna have to grind a lot as well, because the wild Pokemon are level 12. That's insane. So I'm going to mute the emulator here for a moment, and I'm gonna put on some like other music. Open sound settings, no. Open volume mixer. Mute you, and then let's see. I've got a folder full of like game music here on my desktop somewhere. Music. What kind of music do we want? I've got like a lot of game music. I'm probably gonna go with Sonic, Crush 40. I think I've got Sonic 06 I have here. I've got Sonic Adventure. Let's go for Sonic Adventure. Let's add this to a playlist. Let's open with VLC Media Player and then add the rest to that playlist because VLC sucks. And I mean, I've got a shortcut for opening VLCs. I don't know why I didn't just do that. I'm stupid, okay? Don't fucking judge me. And let's see, I've got a Div 2. We're going to be grinding for a while, so I want plenty of music. Is it loud? Too loud. I'm trying to figure out loud. Wait. What? I'm confused. Tell me if this is better. Is this better? How's this? That's better. Okay, so let's stick with this. Themes. You know what? Let's just throw those in as well. It's all random, so we've got plenty of music to grind to now. Now it's good. Good. Now I can be heard. You don't want to actually hear me though, do you? I mean, oh man, that chance is level 20. That chance is level 20. I'm level 12. So I'm going to probably grind to like level 15, 16-ish with my entire team before I go into the forest at all. Because I'm scared. So don't hug me, I'm scared. I don't know, something in my brain just tells me to say that every time I say I'm scared. I have to reference don't hug me, I'm scared, even though that's like very old at this point. Like, when did that come out? 2012, the first one? I know they made sequels to it, but... Feint Attack! Yeah, please, do give me that. I don't need Screech. Avenging level 12, beating a level 20 Pokemon that won't attack back. So much XP. That's pretty much the entire premise behind Blissey training. And I love it. And I'm very annoyed that in Generation 7... I mean, there was a way to kind of Blissey train. Or grind. But the way in Gen 6 and Pokemon Mega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, Blissey grinding was a beautiful thing. Oh, Shelder. Nickname, we need to nickname Shelder. I mean, we gotta go Sonic because we're listening to Sonic Adventure music, right? So let's go Sonic. Unless you guys have any other names. Oh my god, speed does not help with nicknaming your Pokemon. Anybody got any other names? Otherwise, we're just gonna go with Sonic. In the Mega Ruby, I just used Elite 4 to grind to level 100. That's what I do in most games. Or what I used to do in most games. But there was so many people just putting up secret bases with 3 Blissies at level 100 and Toxic Orbs. that grinding became a joke. Shelly the Shelter. Honestly, I kind of like that name. Let's go with that, Shelly. It's, I talked about that in a Pokemon Through the Years episode today, about some nicknames. Sometimes, when I come up with nicknames, they're often, like, clever but not creative. And I'm not going to go into the entire bit again, because it's going to go up in a video soon. So I want you guys to, like, have some value in watching that video. But I'm just bad at nicknames, is pretty much what the entire thing came down to. Isn't there a Shelly in the Elite Four? There might be? I don't know. There might be. I think in Gen 3, maybe? No. It definitely isn't in this game. Because in this game it's Aaron, and the other three. And then Cynthia. I wanted to say Drake, but Drake is definitely Gen 3. We've got Aaron in this game, we've got Berta in this game, we've got Lucien, I think he's called, the Psychic type dude. What's the fourth? I can't think of it. You know what the issue is with doing so many Nuzlockes and losing them all? Is that I don't get to the Elite Four. Like, 90% of the time. Let's talk about the biggest cheater in Pokemon, Lance. Dude, Lance, the entire plot of Pokemon Gold and Silver goes all around Team Rocket trying to, like, reform. But then specifically the Red Gyarados and Lake of Rage subplot is all about not forcing Pokemon to evolve too early. Yet Lance has 2 unleveled Dragonites. I get it. I genuinely get it. You want to have a Dragon-type trainer because dragons are cool. But that's just a fact. There's no argument about it. Dragons are cool. You want to have a Dragon-type trainer, you don't have a lot of Dragon-types, but you don't also want them to be too over-leveled. So you give him, let's level up Shelly. So you give him Dragon types that he's not supposed to be able to have yet. But please, like, think about what, like, the implications of those things, like, for more than a second. Because this is just contradicting himself. Lance supposedly killed a person by making his Dragonite use Hyper Beam. That's in a Rocket hideout, right? Before you go into the Rocket hideout, he uses Hyper Beam on a person, I think. That's dark. I mean, in the games, it just knocks him back. I'm sure that if you look at, like, a Pokemon manga, I don't know if there's manga for the Gold and Silver version of the story. I know there's a manga for the Kanto story. Let's run away because level 16 is plenty for now. That shit is dark. Like, there's an arbor that gets fucking cut in half. That's some dark shit. That's all I'm saying. So, it wouldn't surprise me if there's a Gold and Silver or Crystal manga, and in that part of the manga, the dude actually just gets obliterated by the Hyper Beam. Don't you love the word obliterated? I know this is very random, but I very much like the word obliterated. It sounds so destructive. And that's exactly what it is. I mean, when you get obliterated, that's fairly destructive. It's the perfect word for describing what it actually is. Maybe I need to get a life. I'm fully aware. Maybe I need to get a life so that I don't think too much about these kinds of things. But if I didn't think about these kinds of things and I had a life, I, 1, wouldn't have time to do this, and 2, wouldn't have anything to talk about while streaming and or recording. So, after catching the Red Gyarados, you walk to the town, and yeah, exactly that part where you get the Rage Candy Bar. That house. Encore, that could be a more useful move than Growl, I suppose. So, So remember when I said we're definitely going to make it to the second gym today? We've got 45 minutes. That might be like a very near thing, to be honest. Let's play a Pokemon guessing game. We say a name, Pokemon or person, you have to guess what game. If they're a person, then you guess what they do in that gen. Honestly, I mean, I'll be able to recognize what Pokemon is from what generation. So that will be a very boring game very quickly. But NPC names? I'm not as good at those, so please, yes, do. Like Brock Gen 1 Gym Leader Boulder Badge. Okay, if I need to give you badge names, I'm gonna burst your bubble. That's not gonna happen. I know the Boulder Badge, I know the Cascade Badge, I know I think it's Earth Badge, and that's pretty much it. And then all the badges in Gen 8 because they're literally just called after the type, which makes it very easy. Sabrina, that's a Elite 4 member. No, that's the Psychic type Gym Leader. You see, I'm bad at this. That's the Psychic type Gym Leader in Gen 1. And I don't know what I don't fucking know the Mind Badge. It's the golden circle with a smaller golden circle inside of it. That's definitely the Soul Badge then, yeah. I mean, Mind and Soul Badge, I was close enough on that one. I counted as like getting it right. I would count that. I mean, I know I'm not the judge here, I'm the contestant, but I'm counting that. Sabrina gives the Mars badge. The Mars Badge. The Mars Badge. Okay, what? Who? What? Wait a second. Wait a second. So you're telling me that the thing about the gym leader about psychic type Pokemon doesn't give you the Soul Badge, but the Mars Badge. I mean, that only gives more like credence to the theory that Koga and Sabrina's gyms were swapped in development. Because that doesn't make any sense. No, I don't accept that. I do not accept that. Koga gets the Soul Badge. But he uses poison types. What links a soul to poison types? Talking about poison types, there you have one. No, just no. That should be the psychic type. Joey. What? Joey? Who's Joey? I mean, I know youngster Joey, but like, Soul Badge is a heart-shaped badge. Mars Badge is the circular thing. Joey, is that a trainer? I mean, oh, Joey. Oh, we're still playing the game. I mean, his Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata, and I still have not done this, like, ever. But I'm very tempted still to go into the game data and look at the IVs of his Rattata, because he better have very good IVs on that Rattata, because otherwise he's not the top percentage of Rattata. If his Rattata has like 26 and above IVs in all his stats, I'll accept that claim. But he probably has like 0 IVs in all of his stats, because that's what most trainer Pokemon have. As I found out doing my Pokemon Pokemon Theft log, because Gym Leader Aces actually have higher IVs than normal Pokemon. At least than normal trainer Pokemon. I think it's been confirmed that his Rattata is in the top percentage of Rattata. Rowan. Rowan is the Pokemon Professor in Gen 4? If examined through the use of a cheating device, Joey's Rattata is actually the top percentage of Rattata, possessing an adamant nature and a well-spread IV of 30, 31, 29, 31, 26 and 30. Oh my god, that's so amazing! I actually like that. I've been saying that for years and nobody's ever actually given me an answer. Thank you so much for answering. Like, one of my most deep-seated questions I've had about life. Joey actually has a top percentage for Tana. Unless it's in first gen, then 0 IVs. Yeah, but he's in gen 2, so Google is your friend. Well, yeah, but that requires me to actually open Google and like Google this, which would maybe like take a minute and a half. And I don't know who you think I am that I have 60, no, wait, that's 90 seconds to do that kind of bullshit. But no, just no. Instead, I just go live for 2 hours at a time and let you guys Google it for me. Lidwig, love Lidwig. I have a plushie of it. Lidwig definitely is one of the Pokemon where I can see a plushie making a certain amount of more sense than others. I mean, plushies for all Pokemon almost make sense, right? But because Lidwig is such a cubical shape, I don't know why that would actually make for a better plushie. That makes for a very much more boring plushie. Not saying that your plushie is boring, just saying you get me, you get me. Sphere. Yeah, it's not sphere, I know, it's sphere. But you don't have skill. You have skill! You have skill, Link! I love it! Why did nobody tell me that it was gonna have skill, Link? I love it! 1, 2, 3. I didn't even get to use it 5 times. Let's do that again. I mean, that does nothing. It's gonna be very good. It's going to be very good at some point. That point is not now, but... Oh, so no, it's Gen 5, obviously. I keep forgetting that we're playing this game, I'm sorry. Also, that's the Pokemon names. You have to guess either type or the game was released. Yeah, that's a Ghost Fire type. Ghost Fire type Gen 5. I couldn't tell you where to catch it in Gen 5. I honestly have no idea where to get Lidwig. Or like, what is its evolution? Lampert and then Chandelier? I mean, Chandelier I know. Lampert, nobody ever uses it. Because it's a means to an end, right? Lidwig is fun because it's cute and like quirky and gimmicky, and then Chandelier is actually like a good Pokemon, and Lampert is just kind of along for the ride. Drudigon is Gen 5. What happened? No! Fuck. It's Gen 5 pure Dragon type, and it's just kind of like not a great Pokemon in my opinion. Absorb crit happened. Yeah, I probably should have seen that coming. Playing the quizzes too much. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put away Sheldon now. I was looking forward. I just found out that that's skill link as well. Fuck. So yeah, that only leaves no for grinding, and honestly, I'm gonna look if I have any TMs to give it. If I don't, then I probably don't. I'm just not gonna grind it at the moment because I don't like it. I don't like a Pokemon with only present. It's stupid. I don't like Delaport. Shelter is pure water, so yeah. But why are there so many water types? At least we still have something that has the same type coverage as Shelter, right? We still got Olaf, and Olaf is never gonna die. It's too bad because I mean, honestly, Skill Link Cloyster is is very dangerous, especially if you have actual, like, more than only Ice Spear. But if you only have Ice Spear, I don't know. I mean, I can't give it Rock Blast because it learns that through either breeding or TM. And it doesn't learn that through level up, anyway. And what other things do we have that are multi-hit, which would make sense on a Cloyster? And then also we don't have an item, which actually helps, so... Watson, the Gen 3 Electric type gym leader, don't know what its badge is, but he has a Manectric. In Emerald only in Emerald. In Ruby and Sapphire he only has like a Magnemite and a Magneton, I think. And then they gave him a Manectric because they were like, maybe we should give this Hoenn gym leader a Hoenn Pokemon. Maybe that's a good idea. And you know what? That is actually a good idea. You know what's not a good idea? Delibird. This is gonna take fucking forever. I'm not okay with this. Actually, never mind. Never mind. I can do this. No, I can't do this. I was going to say, I'm going to be down to... Oh no, he died. I am so sad. No. Oh no, Delibird. Whatever will I do without you? You were my only hope in the universe. I can't go on without you. Please, Delibird, fuck off. I'm glad he died. Oh no, no died. That he did. That he did. Don't use Razor Leaf on this. Okay, so we're now at the point where we can go back to normal game sound for a little bit. So let's do that. Can I please have my volume mixer back open? There we go. Is it very quiet for you guys, the game audio now? It shouldn't be different from what it was before, but let me know. Everything is so slow once you get used to speed up button. So yeah, what I was gonna say before we died there is that I figured I can just use Struggle, and Struggle will be better than Present, but my PP will also be restored every single turn, or every single battle, so that means I have to make my way through 15 of those attacks before I can get to Struggle, and I don't think I'm ready for that kind of commitment. There's a real good chance that when we get to the end of this forest, we're just gonna call it a day, because we might not even make it to the end of this forest today. There's been no fucking progress whatsoever today, and it's kind of sad, but also kind of funny. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Man! I just suck. I don't want to do any Nuzlocke or Pokemon Platinum anymore anytime soon. I mean, it's going to be a while before Pokemon through the years gets to Platinum, luckily. But, oh man, Platinum is just not a Nuzlocke friendly game. On top of me being bad, I fully own the fact that I'm just bad. But it's also just... The game's just not made for Nuzlocking. There's just so much grinding. And even in grinding, you can apparently die. You can always end up training attacking Pokemon and just wait for the XP share for the last few Pokemon. We get the XP share after the next gym, don't we? In theory, because I don't know if the Dex... We probably have enough in the Dex to get the XP share, right? Are we making ice punts? Is that what we are? Are we at ice punts? I need to cool down. Progression is on ice. Got a cold shoulder in this game. Oh yeah, the poisons piss me off. I did notice that. I did notice the poisons. But honestly, seeing as how I get healed anyway after... It's not even my Pokemon, but I'm annoyed. Oh, we've got heal. Never mind, I'm fine. Ice Punch are really not... Fuck off! I fell for that one. I actually fell for it. I need Ice Punch or something on this thing. If I can get Ice Punch on Soul Ball, I think we've got a monster on our hands. Oh! We need to keep, whatever happens, we need to keep Soul Ball alive. I mean, we need to keep everybody alive, but there's no way in hell that we're making it through the third gym without a Dark type. And we already have a Dark type move, even if it's not a particularly like amazing one. We have a Dark type move. It's a physical one. Weavile, physically offensive. So definitely we need to keep Soul Ball alive at all costs. And Dominic. Soul Ball and Dominic are the heart of our team right now. Granted, we only have one other team member. But... and I don't even remember what it is. Oh yeah, it's Olaf. I'm sorry, Olaf. You will be useful eventually as a wall. Not right now, though. These people took one of my Pokemon away in my theft lock, I'm pretty sure. Punch successfully delivered. I can't slide away. You can't slide away. You're gonna stay for another 30 minutes, mister. Until I give up on life. I mean, you don't have to. If you want to leave, you're allowed to leave, but I'll just silently judge you for the rest of my life. Dominic is the heart and Soul Ball is the... You know what? I don't know how you guys are doing better at this whole like making jokes thing than me. But if it means that I have to do less work and you guys just give me the jokes and I read them off, I'm kind of fine with that. Then again, if like 95% of those jokes are very bad ice puns, or just general like cold puns, I don't know. I know a certain anime antagonist which might appreciate that. What killed in Ice Age the dinosaurs? What killed the Ice Age? I read Ice Age and for some reason my mind didn't immediately go to, oh yeah, one of those periods the planet was frozen over. When I read Ice Age, the first thing my mind goes to is, oh yeah, the movies. They're not even good movies. The first Ice Age is alright. Like 2 and 3 I've seen. 2 is highly bad. 3 is just stupid. 4 and 5 I've not seen. But Ice Age, it's one of the most... It's one of the highest grossing movie franchises of all time. And it's only got 5 movies. And that pisses me off. What? What? I mean, it was not a critical hit. It was also super effective. But it was also a critical hit. And I also had a Dark type. Which probably would have been able to take it out in one hit. Okay, so that one is kind of on me. The 7 of them? Seven? When did I miss 2 Ice Ages? I mean, this is information that I learned like... Maybe I'm just misjudging how long ago I learned this information. I was going to say, I learned this information like a year ago, but maybe it's been longer than a year. it potentially has been like much longer than a year. So, yeah, that's we're not in a good shape, are we? It's only 5. Okay, it's only 5. So I'm right. I'm right, and that's all that matters. I'm right. You're wrong, and that's all that matters. Okay, so again, I'm going back to my earlier philosophy, and that is the less Pokemon we have, the easier it is to grind. It's just that easy. Oh my god, it's the same encounter, you're right! That's a... Wait a second, that's a 0.25% encounter twice. That's 1 in 400 times 1. That's 1 in 16,000? That's a 1 in 16 followed by 4 zeros. That's 1 in 160,000. No, 16,000. That must be 16,000. That can't be 160,000. Right? No, that's definitely 16,000. Yeah. Yeah, that's 16,000. No. That's not 16,000. That's not 16,000. That's 400 times 400 is 160,000. That's 1 in 160,000. We've had a couple of encounters in that time, obviously, so it's not actually 1 in 160,000. But that's still, I mean, with the amount of encounters we've had, let's say we've had like 10 encounters, that is 1 in 16,000 at that point, right? Which is still astronomically low. Yeah, it's 160,000. I mean, 0.25% times 4 is 1%. That is right. It's time to break through the ice wall. Okay, so now we're pushing it a little bit. We're pushing it a little bit. Also, we don't have a heart anymore. Dominic, you are now dismissed. You're dead. You're not allowed to be here anymore. Same goes for actually everybody here. You're not allowed to be here. Your Pokemon is dead. So please leave quietly and orderly. Oh my god, you're right. I just realized that the person we're with is Shelly, isn't it? Oh, no, it's not. It's Cheryl. So I guess we're going to do a little bit more grinding now. So let's keep doing that. Because okay, so definitely I'm going to like level 20 with both my Pokemon now. And that is probably going to then end the stream because we don't have time to do the entire gym this time. And don't obstruct the chat with my volume mixer. I mean, please don't bring other people over to your dead Pokemon side, because I would very much prefer if both Olaf and Sorball didn't die. Mainly Sorball, to be honest. Olaf, I prefer if Olaf didn't die, but if Olaf, like, I could live with it. If Sorball died, that I would be destroyed. I would not enjoy that. I've got a green shard, which is entirely useless. Time to igloo this team. This is not going to stop, is it? This is not going to stop to such an extent that when I next start streaming this game again, provided that I don't lose right here, right now. Where did my music go? Oh, there we go. You guys are going to start using ice puns again. And you know what? I'm kind of fine with that. Chat is confirmed to be all on Vlogger's hat. Charles, you're looking at him like... Wouldn't that be amazing if I just one day woke up and turned out I didn't have a YouTube channel? And I had just been talking to myself. I mean, I have been talking to myself for like years. But like when I upload it to YouTube, I actually just like put it in a folder. And YouTube as a platform doesn't even exist. That would be a wild thing to find out. Like, that would be great. Next stream, well, nothing happened. I just decided to start a new Pokemon game stream. Yeah, I mean, I won't play off screen, right? So if we lose on screen and you'll know what happens. But there is a very good chance that we won't make it through the next stream like this. If we keep up like the 2-hour streams every single time, which is, I think, a pretty good time to do. I am doubtful that we can make it through. Then again, if we can make it to an extent where we go through all of the eggs and we get the Articuno, I think that'll give us a boost for at least like 1 or 2 gyms. But now that we don't have Dominic anymore, I don't know how we're going to deal with Crashel Wave. Will you do the next Team Caterpie community run? I probably will. I don't know what it is for next month. I mean, if I'm doing them, I'm probably going to stream them, to be honest, because I hardly ever like play games anymore without either like streaming or recording them. Which, I mean, I do. I play a decent amount of Balloon Tower Defense without recording or streaming it, and it's a problem. It's very addicting. But I'll probably do and stream it. I just don't know. It's going to be Gen 5. In that case, I'm definitely going to do it, because Gen 5 is my shit. I like Gen 5 a lot. I've talked about this before, but Gen 5, people fucking hated it initially. And people are starting to come around on it, and I'm very glad, because I've always kind of liked it. I mean, I've had my time like, I don't know if Gen 5 is really that good, but I never thought it was that bad either. And looking back at it now that we're like over 10 years away from it, and like things have gotten a chance to settle down, and nostalgia has gotten a chance to settle in, because let's be honest, that's part of the thing there. I think Gen 5 is definitely my favorite generation. Oh yeah, Snowrun as well. I can get a Frostlass, which should also be something that helps me out quite a bit. Prince Warren the Phrases asked the burning quit. No. No. I refuse to read the rest of that comment. Let's see, yeah, so we're probably going to end things when we make it to Eterna City. I'll probably I'll catch the Pokemon's, what is the plural of Pokemon? Is it Pokemon or Pokemons? I want to, maybe this is like a language thing, but from a instinctive level, I want to say Pokemons, even though I know that's most likely not right. I love this song. God, this is one of my favorite songs in like Sonic history. I'm not going to increase the volume because YouTube is going to sue my ass. Never mind. I'm going to keep talking and hope that nobody notices that this is like very much copywritten music. But I love this song. I really do. Pokemon. Yeah, no, as I figured. Still, I feel like there should be an S in there. It's just on a deep, like, emotional level, that's what I feel, even though my brain knows there's no S in there. That makes no sense. That's not how the English language works. Even less the Japanese. I don't know how the Japanese language works, but I imagine they don't, like, pluralize with S like some other languages might do. I watched the other person play the different randomization Kingdom of Stew. He got Sephiroth at the Shenyu battle to defend the door. I mean, that still sucks. I think my version sucks more. Because I got it instead of the Axel fight. And that was just T-pose galore. I just mess with people who like to say Pokemans as a plot. Oh my god, you are actually the worst. Or 40 years old, one or the other. In which case, I mean, I like both. That sounds weird. That sounds really weird. I need to keep talking because I don't want like the YouTube algorithm to notice that I'm playing like all the music I play here is copyrighted music, but this is like actually like Crush 40. And that's probably like the same way you don't want to include the opening songs for the Kingdom Hearts games in YouTube videos because it just gets your entire video muted. You probably don't want to have the actual Crush 40 songs recognizable in your video, I imagine. So I'm like forcefully, I keep talking until this fucking song is on. I could just skip the song, but I love this song too much. And even though I'm talking over it, I'm listening to it, and I love it. I like this song, I really do. I don't know if I love this one more or the one in Sonic Adventure 2, to be honest. I don't know what the name is of the final boss fight in Sonic Adventure 2, the Ultimate Life Form. The song that plays on it. I'm not sure, but I like that song as well. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 aren't as good as people remember it to be, but the music fucking rocks. It's real good music. That's the one thing that Sonic has always done right, even in 06, as I said before. Sonic 06 still has good music. The entire game is on fire. Not in a good way. And anytime you see a disc with Sonic 06 on it, you should definitely set it on fire as well. But the music is good. The music is really, really good. Start the next stream and before heading to the gym, put One Winged Angel on a loop. You did it. I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do it now. You don't believe me? I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna do the Kingdom Hearts 2 version. Because that's the one I have on hand most easily. Is it in this folder? It's not in this folder. Kingdom Hearts 2 soundtrack is on a couple of discs. Let's see. Let's delete the entire Sonic Adventure soundtrack, and now we're just gonna play One Winged Angel on loop. You did it! Now we're listening to One Winged Angel. I hope you're happy. It's the Kingdom Hearts 2 version. I don't have the Final Fantasy 7 version. I think I have the Kingdom Hearts 1 version as well, but I prefer the Kingdom Hearts 2 version. I'm frustrated. Yeah, I'm definitely frustrated. I'm on level 20! Fuck you all, I'm leaving! One Winged Angel did a trick. It did what it needed to do. It got me to level 20. When the stream is over, if somebody does survive, can you play the victory theme? This is the same route. It's not... This is the same route. I can't catch something on this route. Never mind. I was almost very happy there. I don't think I have the victory theme for Final Fantasy. Actually, I do, because I made a intro on it once upon a time, so I definitely have it, but I would have to look where it is. No, not headphones. Please, volume mix. I hate Windows 10 sometimes. I love it as well. I mean, there's a lot of people that still operate on Windows 7 because they don't like Windows 10, and to those people I would like to say, get over yourself. Because Windows 10 is just, it's a good operating system. No, wait, no. It's a usable operating system. Windows 8 and 8.1, I've never used 8.1. Windows 8 suck. I'll give you that. And I get you are very afraid of Windows 10 because of Windows 8, but you also need to realize that Windows 7 is good and Windows Vista was shitty and they look a lot alike, but Windows 7 is actually like good, and such as Windows 10. It's not 8.1.2 or something. Anyway, if you can go south after exiting the forest, I've got quite a few items and a honey tree, I think. I mean, the honey tree isn't going to do anything for me. But I did forget quite a few items. Not sure if they're going to be important items though. So we're going to capture one more Pokemon and then we're going to call it a day for actually 2 more Pokemon. I think. You are not doing this to me right now. You're not. Okay, that's good. We're still going to skip over this entire thing here. Right of a turn and mount connect last encounters. Yeah, exactly. And then I'll try to find if I have the victory theme ready on hand. I think I do. I think I even got a victory theme compilation video I downloaded a while ago for the intro I made. With the victory themes of all the Final Fantasy games. And it's like 40 minutes long. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly, because the victory theme is only... it's really short. And then it just loops, right? Let's see, how much will Ice Shard do? Nothing, because you used the tact. Let's create Ice Age by Igloo and a new team. I don't understand any words you're saying. Well, since Shelly died, no need for a Waterstone. I mean, you're right. And we finished grinding early because of that, because we only needed to grind like less than half the Pokemon that we were originally going to grind. So, because of that, we actually made it before the end of the stream, which is a very nice thing, because I didn't want to start next stream immediately with grinding. We still will, probably, now that I think about it. Because we're going to have 2 new Pokemon on the team, and those are going to be level 13 and probably also 13 or 14. So those are going to need to be level 20, and I won't have Cheryl for it, so that's going to suck. I will stop with Ice Punch. Vlogger is giving me a cold shoulder, and my inspiration is frozen over. You do surprise me. You do keep surprising me. Every time I'm like, okay, so now you probably like got rid of your last bad pun, and then you pull out another one. And they're not even necessarily all bad. Which is something, because puns usually just... I don't think good puns exist. At least not as many as people think they do. Good puns exist, but they're rare. Puns are like a very low form of comedy. And to make a good pun is... it's quite something. Where is a Pokemon randomizer that increases the Pokemon catch rate? You know what? If we have a Pokemon randomizer that increases the catch rate of legendaries, I'm all about that. Because the box legendaries in the more modern games have like a 300% catch rate. But in earlier generations, Generation 1 for instance, if in theory you run into, I don't know, something like Mewtwo as your encounter on a route and you only have Pokeballs, yeah, you just literally cannot capture it. So I would like that to be changed. And I know Gen 1 just is iffy. In Gen 2 and 3, catch rates are also fairly low. The high catch rate thing started in Gen 3, right? Because Kyogre and Groudon had a fairly high catch rate in Gen 3. And then Gen 4 made it even worse. And I think in Gen 5, Zekrom and Reshiram have like a 45 catch rate. Which is insane because they're legendary Pokemon. Go Master Ball. Oh, it missed. Well, there's a 1 in... you know, the 1-on-1 in 55, 255 glitch, obviously. This never happened to me, actually. If this kills one of my Pokemon, I'm going to not stream ever again. It's not going to kill one of my Pokemon, I'm aware. It probably won't, anyway. It might, it could, probably won't. Never actually use a Master Ball in any game. I always call Pokemon in Ultra Balls. Yeah. I used to use them a lot when I was younger. Now I use them sometimes in Nuzlocke because I sometimes am just in bad situations where I need a capture. And I'm not taking any risks. But usually, I do the same thing. Especially since legendaries, box legendaries mostly, have such high catch rates anyway compared to what they used to have. There's no real reason to use the Master Ball half the time. Except in Generation 1, because I think it might literally not be possible to catch Mewtwo without the Master Ball. I think you can catch it in an Ultra Ball, but I think it's still very difficult in Gen 1. You caught Mewtwo in Blue with a Pokeball. I didn't even know that was possible. I legitimately thought it wasn't possible to catch Mewtwo in anything under an Ultra Ball in Gen 1. Fire and Leaf Green, definitely, yeah, but in Red, Blue, Green and Yellow, I legitimately didn't know it was possible to catch it in a Pokeball. Can be done, but the percent is really low. Well, yeah, obviously, but don't you just always miss the ball? Or do you have a chance of hitting it when it's asleep? I don't exactly know how the missing Pokeballs in Gen 1 works. It's a really weird mechanic. Mewtwo and Red and Ultra Ball decided to save and did the same with the Great Ball. Why? Why would you put yourself through that? I mean, yeah, Ultra Ball I can get, but why would you do it again, but with Great Balls? I've caught Legendaries in Pokeballs before, alright? I've caught Groudon in Pokemon Emerald. Level 70 Groudon. I know levels don't impact, but you know that one? I've caught that one in a Pokeball. Just because, for some reason, my child brain was like, I've used a lot of Ultra Balls. He's probably gotten used to breaking out of the Ultra Balls. But if I throw a Pokeball at him, he'll probably stay because it'll be a different thing and he won't expect it. I was like, 7, okay? And it worked. So that became my new strategy. Everybody always pressed A and B real quickly, trying to catch a Pokemon. I would switch up Pokeballs. And I would be absolutely sure that that would actually impact my catch rate when you switch up Pokeballs. $900 IQ play. I mean, I think you're underestimating me here. I think that's more of a 9,000 IQ play, to be honest. Yeah, exactly. If a Pokemon doesn't like a certain ball, they might prefer to be in another ball. That's why luxury balls always have a 100% chance to catch any Pokemon because everybody likes it because they're luxury. They're better than Master Balls and you can buy them. 90,000 IQ, that's it. That's me. Anyway, we've gotten cut. We are going to hatch the 2 eggs, or at least, well, we'll hatch them. We'll pick and hatch the 2 eggs out of the box. We'll level them both up to level 13, and then we'll end the thing for today. And that'll be right in time, a little bit too late actually, for the new Plants vs. Zombies video, which should be episode, I don't know. It's a minigame. I think it's the first episode where we actually do minigames. Okay, so 1 through 3. That is 2 and 3. So we pick Snow Run, which means that we're going to have a Frostlass and Spheal, which means that we're going to have something else that's going to die very quickly because it doesn't get any levels. Grand. And then we have 1 Pokemon left, which is Glaceon. Which I understand why Glaceon is in there, but it's the only Pokemon that's like... I mean, don't take this the wrong way, but there's also other Pokemon in there which aren't Ice types until they evolve. And I get that if you give me an Eevee, I could use it to make it into like any Pokemon. Any evolution, I should clarify. I get it. I don't know if there's any like more elegant way to do it, but it's a little bit weird. Since the Glaceon doesn't has no moves once it levels up. I think Glaceon does get moves once it levels up. Okay, so what are we going to name the snow runs? It's going to evolve into a Frostlass. Giving you an EV for a Glaceon in this game is being sadist because... Oh yeah, that's true. You can't evolve it until like very late into the game. Okay, now that is a good answer. Leafeon you would have been able to get very early on in the game in the forest we just did. But yeah, no, that's actually, that's a really good answer. I didn't think about that. Most evolutions don't get moves after evolving. Really? What if Elite 4 member has Frostlass again? I was deciding if I wanted to include Glaceon or Eevee, but too many would accidentally evolve Eevee in the evolutions too late in the game. Yeah, exactly. Well, as I said, I don't know if I would necessarily have a more elegant way other than like make a ROM hack and include the Ice Stone to evolve and just put that in the bag. But that would be like insane. So that would be the only way that's better, but that's unrealistic to expect. So I understand the thought process there. And Glaceon does get moves. Yuki. Yeah, Yuki is a good one. Sounds very Japanese, so that's always good. Also, it reminds me of Yu-Gi-Oh, which is always fun. Where's the K? Can't find the K. There's the K. Yuki, the Snow Run, which we're going to evolve right away in a moment. And then already start thinking about names for Sphere, please, because I don't have any. I mean, it's a sphere, so I could call it Blitz, like Blitzball. Yuki means snow in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I'm sure it also means that here. Sorry, it's a very bad joke. It's such a bad joke that I'm fairly sure that you probably don't even get what I meant. Snowball is Sphere. Snowball is actually a really, really good name. I'm gonna go with Snowball. It's not a very original name, but it's a very good name and I like it. So maybe I shouldn't care too much about originality, because if it fits, right? Okay, so we're going to level up. That's really lucky that I selected the Pokemon that actually needed to level up. Both to level 13. You got double team. It's good for you. And then we're going to... Somebody in chat probably knows. Is it more advantageous for me, from a moveset perspective, to evolve Yuki into a Frostlass now? Or at a certain higher level? Because stone evolutions are always a little bit iffy as to when you're actually supposed to evolve them. Or supposed when it's most advantageous to evolve them. Go Snowball! Out comes Walrein. It's very funny that you think that he's going to survive, or she is going to survive until being a Walrein. I mean, I hope that Snowball will be a Walrein one day. But I'm also realizing that it's probably just not going to happen, because it's one of those 3-stage evolutions and it needs to at least survive through the first stage for it to be actually useful, which will be like mid-30s. And that's quite far away from where it is now. So Ice Ball, that is a good move to get. That's the one that increases in power every turn, right? Yeah. It does lock you in, but it's also a good move. Best would be level 13. Level 20, evolve into a Frostlass, at least you get Headbutt. Yeah, so Snowball is going to just sit back and collect EXP with EXP share the moment I get it. Which, can I already get it? I think I already can get it, right? You give it to me. We won the game. We have the XP share. which is going to make grinding a lot easier and just generally better. Yeah, evolve at level 20. Okay, so next time we're going to grind the entire team up to level 20. And then at level 20 we're going to evolve it into a Frostlass, so it's going to have Headbutt. And then it's time to take on the second gym, and next time we'll definitely make it to the third gym though. I'm fairly certain that we'll be able to make it to the third gym next time. And we survived this stream, which is very mind-blowing. But I see that we're 5 minutes over time, and that means the Plants vs Zombies episode, I don't know what, I think like 28? Is it 28? We're gonna look this up right now, live. Should I do this? No, I probably should just end the fucking stream and let you guys go watch it. I don't care about that. It is episode 27. Casino Sum. Oh, that's actually a very fun minigame in today's episode. So definitely do go watch that. And I'm going to save state here. And next time we'll be back. So see you guys then. It's been let's feel level 32 before it evolves. Fuck. It's been a good time. See you guys probably sometime next week. I'm probably not going to be streaming tomorrow. Because I want to be able to record a little bit and just like not talk for a change. So probably will be like, depending on what day next week I have little to no work to do, I'll stream that evening or just sometime I'm feeling like it. And if not, it'll be one of the weekend days. Or not. That's my whole thing. I don't plan things anymore. It's great. I love it. See you guys then. Bye.